Hi, I'm Erin Waldo with Hospitality Design, and I'm here with Malaina Matheus, who's going to tell us about the Littman Brands Contract booth. So Malaina, tell us about Littman Brands Contract and what it means to the hotel designer or specifier.
The Littman Brands Contract division represents three distinct brands, Hudson Valley Lighting, Troy Lighting, and Corbett Lighting, as one lighting resource. Our contract team works across all platforms and all brands to deliver everything that a specifier designer needs for their project. By doing this, we can offer a vast collection of design and style choices beyond any other family of lighting brands in the industry.
So Littman Brands Contract has a variety of different brands with different aesthetics and styles. Could you tell me more about Hudson Valley Lighting?
Hudson Valley Lighting is our traditional line. A lot of what we do is very high quality, plated finishes. Hudson Valley Lighting designs tomorrow's classics for today.
Great. What is the latest in energy efficient decorative lighting, such as LEDs, from your company?
So our Sheridan and Nickel families both use LED technology and very decorative bath sconces that add that energy efficient element to any design aesthetic. We also recently debuted the Art Deco inspired Albion, which uses energy efficient lamp sources as well.
Can you tell us more about some of your recent projects?
Hudson Valley Lighting can be found on very high-end hospitality types of projects, 4- and 5-star hotels. We just recently finished the Peninsula Hotel in Paris, and we also just did the Cosmopolitan Hotel in New York City. In addition to that, Hudson Valley does a lot of multi-family type of work, so high-end condominium projects. We also can be found in many Starbucks and Steak and Shake locations around the country.
Okay, what are the latest trends in lighting for hotel spaces or other public areas?
We've been getting a lot of requests, obviously, for energy efficient type lamping, but in addition to that, aesthetically, we've been getting a lot of requests for aged brass finishes, sort of warmer tones, moving away from the polished nickels and chromes of the past. Mixed finishes is also something that comes up very often, so where people might want to mix a warm and a cool finish to get a look. Our Glendale family shows that off very well.
So what is the profile of the Hudson Valley Lighting customer?
The Littman Brands Contract customer is somebody who can understand quality light fixtures that are designed very well. Hudson Valley Lighting pays a lot of attention to detail. It's also somebody who can really appreciate classic pieces with modern minds.
Thank you so much for telling me about this. Now we're going to talk with Jeff Wierzba about Troy Lighting and Corbett Lighting. Hi, now I'm here with Jeff Wierzba, who's going to specifically tell us about Corbett Lighting. So Jeff, tell me more about Littman Brands Contract and specifically about Corbett Lighting.
Well, Corbett Lighting has been an industry leader in hospitality for well over 30 years. Corbett's Designs has always been a front runner with regards to the design community. They've always looked at Corbett as maybe the jewelry that they would put into a particular space. Many times they see the finishes that we offer, which are usually silver or gold leaf. The detail in the manufacturing is completely unique. It isn't something that you would actually find with any other lighting company. Our products are hand-built. There's so much attention to detail, it's incredible. Then you're adding in a lot of the crystal elements, tassels. We also integrate LED, which is a unique combination of a very decorative lighting component and yet using a very forward-thinking lighting source. And we can do that because we have the engineers on staff to be able to figure out how to combine the two. Many of our fixtures actually just have LED lamping, and it is a growing trend. Now, with that history and the ability with the other companies, it just made sense to tie everything together with Littman Brands. So the designer really had an easy source to go to pull everything together from all the different brands that we had.
Could you tell me more about Corbett's recent lighting projects?
Some of our recent hotel projects have included the Westin Maui Resort. We've also done work here at the Bellagio. Corbett in general does do a lot of very high-end boutique hotels like the Hotel Monaco. Also, we are in many presidential suites where maybe a little bit low profile in a public setting, but it is in certain hotels from that aspect.
What would you say are the latest trends for hotels and other public spaces?
The latest trends are actually moving towards LED. However, we're finding less of a hardwired component LED in the decorative fixtures and more of a flexible, let's say retrofit type unit. Obviously, LED light sources are in an evolutionary state, and you're going to find more and more popular lamps that it can be actually retrofitted into regular sockets. As this happens, it's just going to become easier and easier to switch over to that technology.
What is the profile of the Corbett Lighting project specifier?
Well, I would believe the Corbett product line is really more of a jewelry. I mean, I've had projects developed around the Corbett product. They love the product, they designed the room around it. It is something that would get into a lobby space, a public space, restaurant. Corbett is really a piece that people will notice, and that's where they'll be used.
Great. Now we're going to go check out Troy Lighting. So now we're here looking at Troy Lighting. So tell me more about Troy Lighting and specifically how it fits into Littman Brands Contract.
Well, Troy Lighting in itself is a very unique brand. It's unlike Corbett, unlike Hudson Valley. It really has developed into a themed environment. We use a lot of very interesting materials, wrought iron. Some of the newer families uses gears, chains. It's kind of going with the steampunk movement. But overall, it's a completely different part of what we're doing with the other two brands.
What is the latest in energy efficient decorative lighting fixtures from Troy?
Well, Troy actually does have a contract product line. It is separate from the decorative line that is completely energy efficient. We also have our standard product line, and since we do have our local factory in California, we're able to do modifications as far as lamp types and even that from fluorescent to LED.
What are some of Troy's recent projects?
Some of the more recent projects would be the Marriott in La Jolla, as well as the Mandalay Beach Resort.
Okay, where would you most likely see Troy Lighting used on a project?
Well, Troy is pretty diverse from its product line. So it could go from a restaurant, public space, even the assisted living center, that whole genre of projects. It does give you a lot of flexibility because we can do a lot of modifications as well. So if there's a need for larger scale pieces, we can scale them up as well.
Great, thank you so much. Now we're going to go look at Troy's custom division. Now we're here looking at Troy Custom. So tell me more about the custom capabilities of Troy.
Our capabilities are pretty wide-ranging. Our facility in California is capable of doing laser cutting, CNC, we form acrylic, we can do faux finishing, we have a powder coat system, we have a group of very crafted welders, a full functioning factory. As well as we have a factory in the Philippines, which we have the same capabilities, but a little bit larger scale.
When a designer has an idea or a concept, what is the process?
The process really starts with just contacting us with whatever information they want to start with. Sometimes it's a pretty unique situation. They may just have some details that they're pulling together. We may work with them a little bit to develop the concept. After that, we would actually come up with a concept drawing or rendering, and then we could move forward with the design.
How long does a typical project take from start to finish?
It varies. Sometimes on projects, you'll get a lot of back and forth to really create the perfect item for the project. That can take a while, but usually once we have a pretty clear indication of what the fixture is going to be and we are actually building the fixture, you're looking at about a 12-week lead time.
Okay, so is there any limit to the size or the scale of a fixture?
Not that I know of. We've been building very large fixtures. City Center here, we have a 17-foot diameter fixture.
So how do the other brands interact with Troy Lighting's custom capabilities?
Well, it's very unique. We obviously are able to manufacture just about anything. So even from the Corbett product line, we get many requests to make things larger, change the finishes and so forth. Actually here at HD, we did a fixture Party All Night. We did a larger scale. We changed up the finishing a little bit, which is a pretty tame modification. But from Hudson Valley, if that was a project that they need larger scale fixtures, we would be able to do a complete replica of a Hudson Valley fixture for them.
Thank you so much. For more information, go to LittmanBrandsContract.com.